It's not a new thing that we take a precautionary approach. I have always advocated that. The means we have are plenty, and I'm glad that we have demonstrated yesterday how flexible we as a group can be in not necessarily separating between what we really believe that the situation may be in the next few months to come, but more attending to the sentiment. There is a separation now between fundamentals, and I believe fundamentals are telling us a completely different picture, or drawing us a completely different picture than what you see today, and the sentiment that it's been drawn by all sorts of different parties with all different incentives or motives. So I think the reality check that we had to attend to was that we have the double task of attending to the fundamentals, yet put together something that mitigate these negative sentiments within, of course, the contours of what OPEC Plus can do.
Your Royal Highness, you called it a reality check there, and maybe this is the third time that OPEC has had to defer production increases. So how should the market see this? Is this a sign perhaps that OPEC is losing confidence in the demand recovery, particularly in China?
Not necessarily, because if people understand how we go about our own number crunching, at least from Saudi Arabia perspectives, you would recall, Dan, that in June, after the June meeting, I did say to everybody, and you were one of those who were part of that briefing, that as precautionary as we should be as Saudi Arabia, we always take out the extremes on terms of the projections of both supply and demand, and we look for the mean or the midpoints, but even we choose to go conservatively even lower than that. We honestly believe the market next year will be better than what is being projected. We honestly believe that what is not helpful was the fact that some countries were not attending to their commitments properly. And we honestly, therefore, and you may recall that in June, I said this whole agreement in June should operate as a Swiss watch. What is not helpful was the accumulation of the lack of compensation. That's why we had to realize that the compensation would take some time. And therefore, the idea of bringing 2.5 million to the market in 1 year was virtually impossible. And we require additional year with all the flexibilities, including the compensation scheme. We have extended it to 6 quarters instead of 1 year, because, again, we took serious commitments at the highest level that these things will be delivered if we can extend the period of compensation.